Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. Now, here we are on the runway with Patman, and today we're going to take off and get some of this thermometer jobbing and get some more science and do some more stuff. This shouldn't take too long to do the initial flights. Let's throttle down, activate the engine, make sure we got our steering at the front unlocked. Just tap that engine up ever so slightly. Take the brakes off also will help. There we go. Down off the runway, which is incredibly bumpy at the moment. Right, so brakes on. Patman, are you ready? Max power. Brakes off. And take off. Fantastic. Gear in. Great. Now, what we got here? Let's do a temperature log display thingy. Flying over Kerbin shores. Yep, we'll transmit that. Brilliant. Right, that's the shores. Let's see how well this thing banks round. So, let's... Whoa! Yeah. Oh, that's banking good. Oh, way too much, actually. I just wanted to head out to sea a little bit. Let's go back this way. Yeah, alright, okay. So, I'm going to go out to sea. Get ready for another reading. We must be out over the waters now. Right click. Temperature log. Flying over Kerbin's water. Brilliant. Right, let's transmit that. Right, back over towards the grasslands. So we've got... should we try... I think... I'm going to try and fly over the centre as we go. I'm going to throttle down. We're going to try and do it slowly. I'm going to try and do a very slow fly past. Almost gliding. Let's get a little lower. There we go. Bringing the craft round. Oh, this is a beautiful craft to fly. I thought it would... I don't think it would be just quite so good. So we should be able to lock a temperature whilst flying over the Kerbal Space Center. Now if I do it now, I'm probably going to get Kerbin shores. And I might anyway. But let's see what we get. What happens if we do a crew report while we're up here? No, it's not worth anything. Right, let's get ready. We're over the top of the runway now, so let's log the temperature. Oh no, Kerbin shores again. That's no good. Alright, maybe we don't get that then. Let's pull back up, throttle up and head over to the grasslands. Over here. Let's have a look at our fuel situation. We've got monopropellant on board, which is about a bit, oh god, I wasn't looking what I was doing. Nearly flipping crashed that. Right. Crying out loud. Oh dear. Right, liquid fuel. We're on 438. Good. Right. Temperature gauge, log temperature. Flying over Kerbin's grasslands. Brilliant, that's a new one. Right, now I think we'll get to the highlands and the mountains, and I will see you when I'm there. Okay, I think I'm coming into what would count as highlands. So, let's log the temperature. Yep, flying over the highlands. Let's send that back, and hopefully we can send that back and gain enough solar charge in time to get the mountains as well. Now I need to get a little bit more altitude according to this trajectory. Trajectories are not good. Oh look, moon. Oh, I've never noticed. Wow, it looks quite big in the sky. Right. I think we're more or less going to go over the top of that. Now, I'm going to do time acceleration while I'm flying, and I did that to get to the highlands. And look how stable the craft is. Even at times for time acceleration, it all seems pretty normal. Right, I don't think I'm going to crash into anything, so let's do a temperature reading. And, yep, flying over Kerbin's mountains. Let's transmit that. Right. Now, let's see. What else have we got? We're over here. Now, this is a desert, I think. It's a very long way away for our little plane, really. But I think we would make it. I'm not sure. I might try and fly over there and see what happens and see how much fuel I use to get part way. So, let's get back into this mode. Let's lower our altitude. Get ourselves nice and straight. We're going to try and keep true. No, we need to lower our altitude more than that. We want to be down to about 3,500 meters. There we go, that will do it. That should do it. Right, now we just want to be almost completely not climbing. Right, there we go. Right, here we go. Time accelerate. And I will try and see you. We'll see how far we can get on this fuel. We're slowly getting there. Well, land is in sight across the ocean. We're not there yet, though. Yeah. And here we are, coming up to the land. We've got a bit of height during that journey, so now I'm just going to try and bring the craft down slightly. It's also not level, but that's more or less level. Pac-Man hasn't got any extra skills. He's our newest pilot, replacing Mundok after the poor, horrible accident last episode. And I'm just going to time accelerate this slightly so we can do some readings and get close. Now this isn't grasslands, that's for sure. If I log temperature now, it should say Kerbin Shores, and we've already done one over Kerbin Shores, so let's reset that. And I'm going to time warp just a little bit more. And we haven't even used half of our fuel yet, so as long as we can get a reading from round... Oh god, look at it wobble. As long as we can get a good reading from over this, then that'll be quite good. So let's log temperature. Yes! Kerbin's deserts. Let's transmit that. Oh, that's it. That's what I was after. A temperature log of Kerbin desert from a jet plane. That's what I fancied doing. That's what I've accomplished. We are quite a distance away from the Kerbal Space Center, especially for a plane. But I think the next thing to do is to start building some aircraft and getting higher up into the atmosphere. We're going to try and get up and log some temperature over there. I want to send a science vehicle properly to the desert. I want to send a proper science vehicle to the North and South Pole. I think they might be the same. Oh, I should really turn this plane round. Yeah, I mean, let's turn it round. And I'm going to head back, and I will see you for the landing of the craft. Now, I decided to come in from a landing from the sea, so I overshot slightly. And now I'm lining myself up for a landing. So here we go. We got quite a distance to go, but we are 8,000 meters up still, so we still need to bring the craft down quite a lot. Need to do some land adjustments. I think when I get closer to water, I'm going to cut the engines completely. Oh, speed is still slowing from dropping height. Managed to gather quite a lot of that. Down to 5,000 meters. Let's bring the craft round a little bit. There we go. Excuse my mobile phone. Right, I'm going to cut the engines now completely. Okay, engines cut. And we've got some way to go before we get to the grasslands here. But 2,000 meters to drop. Let's get the landing gear out. Fantastic. And I want to be like only 200 meters above the land when we come over to it. And at the moment I don't think we're going to get down in time, so I'm just going to angle the plane just a little bit closer downwards. There we go. Our speed has dropped to 80 meters a second. That's good. We don't really want to be contacting the ground any faster than 70, really. But we're just gliding in. Look how beautifully this glides. Not bad at all. Right, there's 900. We're getting close to the shore. Just bring the craft round a little bit. There we go, 700. 70 meters per second. Now, like I said, I want to be about 50 meters per second and 200 when I get close. We're nearly there now, so I'm not dropping down quite enough. So let's just drop down that a little bit more, a little bit faster. Okay, so we're just coming up on 300. Here's the shore. We're nearly at 60. Okay, let's start this last bit of landing then. I'm going to come out a little bit and view this from the side because I want to make sure that we get the touchdown properly. We're getting quite close to the land now. Here we go. Coming in. 50 meters per second. We're about 10 meters above the ground. 40 meters per second. And I'm just look at that. I'm not even touching it. Not even touching it. 33 meters per second. Brakes on. That was beautiful. I love it. That's great. Well, I'm going to get this plane back and we're going to look at our centre and look at what we're doing properly for today. I just wanted to go around, fly around and get all that science. Let's gather up our science and see what contracts we have and yeah, let's get back to it. Pac-Man, you need your XP, so we need to get you up into orbit as well at some point. And back. Beautiful. And still with a good chunk of fuel left. Right, recover vessel. Right, so we don't get any science for recovering that vessel. Although we do get a load of parts from that. And we get our crew member back who gained an XP. So that's 1 XP for Pac-Man there. And we got 62 science. Let's head over to R&D and see what we need. We need 90, I think, for fuel systems. Yeah. So I think, like I said, a trip to the North Pole might be in order. Let's check the science archives, see how we're getting on in there. We've got 15 materials lab reports and 15 temperature scans. Now, one of these temperature scans is flying over Kerbin's desert. There it is. Now the thing is that I know we haven't got that for Mobile Materials Lab. So what is it we're missing on the temperature? Crawlway mission control. Might be the administration building. I might have not clicked that one properly. Anyway, I want to get up and out. We need to get some good science. We've got a visual surveys one, which will give us lots of science and lots of money. That's probably a good one to do, because we need that science to unlock fuel systems, because I want fuel systems before going much further. So I'm going to accept that contract. It's an EVA, another EVA, and then a crew report. So we should be alright with that one. Here's another visual surveys of Kerbin. We want a crew report near a certain place. Yep, that's no problem. Well, I say it's no problem. We'll have a look at that. This one here is meant to be easy. This one here is meant to be even harder. And there's only one place to do, so I'm a little bit worried about this. This one's for the Rockomax conglomerate near Eduki's Doubt. Right, let's go find Eduki's Doubt on the thingy. I bet it's miles away. Is that it there? Oh, we can get there, no problem. If we can fly over to the desert and get back, I can fly over there and get back. And that's the thing there, and there must be a crew reporty thing in there too. Right. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and make you make you watch. There we go. Me do this because it's the same as what I've done previously. I'm going to take off from the Kerbal Space Center straight out to this one here. Do the science, and then I'm going to try and head back to this one here, this orange one, before going back in. It depends on the fuel. We will see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the runway, and I'm going to say we'll have our jet plane Mark II. We won't have Bob flying it. We'll have Pac-Man again, and we will launch. Okay, so engines minimum, SAS on, activate the engines, unlock the steering and turn the lights on, and bring this thing off the runway. You don't want to take off on that runway, it's way too bumpy. We need to upgrade it at some point soon. There we go. Now face roughly in the direction we want to be heading out in, towards the sea. Max power. We'll give ourselves a little bit of lift just to help bring that nose up, because the back does have a small tendency to lift first, a little bit, only microscopically. Right, I will see you when I've gone to that location. Right, I reckon I'm quite close now. So let's see. Oh yeah, just approaching it now. I think maybe I need to be a little bit more to the south. And we've got to be under 19,000 meters. Well, that's easy to do in a jet plane. Easy. Yep, pretty much heading straight for it, I think. Should be there in another couple of seconds. No? Not yet? Oh, come on, we must be entering the zone now. Yeah, there we go. We're now entering the area. So let's do that crew report, and we'll keep the data. There we are. There's that crew report done. And now I will head back, land, and get all these other ones sorted out too. Okay, so we're on our way back, like I said, and I remembered that you might be able to just see a glimmer of the lights of the Kerbal Space Center back there, just in the foot of those mountains. Here, there's something on this island that I want to check out. There's a possibility for some more science there. The only problem is the runway is incredibly short in comparison to what we're used to landing on, and probably very, very bumpy too. So might have to abort the particular landing whilst we try it, but I want to try and land over there and see what we can do. So at the minute I'm 3,000 meters up. I've just cut the engines. I'm going to bring the craft round slowly. No, oh no, we need some throttle. We need some throttle on this engine. We're heading a little bit too slow for banking round at those sorts of speeds. And it looks like we're going to be, let's get the gear down. Looks like it's going to be a night landing at the Kerbal Space Center anyway. It's just, sun's just setting anyway. There's our little landing strip that we're heading towards. We just need to throttle back. Bring the craft in, round and down. We don't really want to gain much speed. We want to be coming in as slow as possible, because this is just basically a fuel tank on wheels. It will explode quite badly. Right. I think I'm roughly approaching at a right sort of approach here to get onto this. I feel like I want to cut the I'm going to cut the engines. Now, I don't know what height this is at. I know the Kerbal Space Center, I'm fairly sure it's around 70 meters. But I have no idea what this one's like. I'm going to turn the brakes on straight away. And we're going to probably come down right at the very beginning of this area. We haven't got too far left to go. And we're at 500 meters. I'm guessing that this is probably going to be about 200, 250 meters above sea level. We're coming in at a bit of an angle still, but it's not much of one, and we can do it slowly. Allows us to get ready and bank round for the final adjustment, which I'm going to start doing now. Yeah, this land height is quite high. So now we're gliding almost horizontally. In fact, we are. We're gliding perfectly horizontally almost. Losing a couple of... Right, now that's it. The land here, there's doesn't look, it looks like there's a lip here, so we're going to head to that lip. We need to bring the craft round a little bit more for that final adjustment. Now, over that lip, here's that hill. And we get ready to throttle up. If this doesn't look like it's coming in straight away, nice and clean, we're going to throttle up straight away. If it doesn't look like it's going to stop, we're going to have to bring it quicker. Yeah, it's a little unstable. It's a little unstable, but we got there. Perfect. Oh, great. Okay, stop. Right, now if I do a crew report from here... No, I can't do a new crew report. Let's do an EVA. No, wait, temperature. We've got a temperature sensor on this craft. Log temperature. Oh, it just counts as Kerbin's grasslands. Oh, that's the one we was missing. Oh, that's the one we was missing earlier. Right, let's send that off. Morning, not enough electrical charge? We should have been enough electrical charge. Oh, it's night. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, we'll log the temperature and we'll keep the data just to make sure. There we go. Right, now I've got a very short runway to get. Oh, we actually managed to stop about halfway, so we should be okay here, taking off for this final approach to the Kerbal Space Center. So, brakes are on, throttle to max, unlock the brakes, pull flaps up. We want to go straight up, no messing. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, that was nice. Now the jet engine's actually giving us some electric charge while we're flying, so that's good as well. So there's the Space Center. I will see you when I'm landing. There we are. We're just gliding in under our own, well, our own momentum, really, I guess. Already down to 40 meters a second. I'm going to turn the brakes on again. And I just want to get a little bit closer to the runway before we touch down. So I'm just pulling the nose up slightly. I want to level it out as much as possible. That looks pretty level to me. Here we go. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, well there we go. I'm going to recover this vessel and let's take stock of our situation. Right, so we've got crew report and some other bits. We got our parts back and our crew didn't... Pac-Man didn't get any experience from that, but never mind, we're done anyway. 80 experience. Oh, that's so flipping close. We need 90 to unlock the fuel systems. Yeah, 90 to unlock the fuel systems, and I really think that I should try... Oh, God. And maybe upgrade this space centre. Because I think we ought to do our first lot of upgrades now. We've got 400,000 credits. So, I didn't mean to click that. So yeah, if I right click on there, the upgrade is 210,000. But that does give us more parts available. And the launch pad is going to cost us 52,000. Gives us a maximum vessel size and a bigger tonnage limit. I think the first thing I'm going to do is upgrade that launch pad. Oh wow, now we've got a proper stuff. And what happens if we go over here? We can do EVAs if we upgrade. I think we'll have that one as well. There we go. Brilliant. So that's our first two centres upgraded. That means in theory we can do heavier stuff off the launch pad. Now what can we do for 30 parts that's heavy? Right, so we had a science craft, I think, Mark III, that was just way too big. Here it is. This was under 30 parts, but was too big for the launch pad, so we can send this up and probably get quite a lot of stuff from it. Now, there's a lot of fuel in there. I'm hoping we can get this probably to the North Pole. That'd be quite nice to get a load of science from there. Whilst I'm here, I have got the option of doing 2 more parts. So let's have a look. We haven't got a thermometer on this science craft. When I first built it, we didn't have that option. So I am going to put a thermometer on the back over here. There we go. And the other thing that we haven't got is a communitron. I don't see the difference between... That does 8 megabits a second. And this one does 6 megabits a second. And uses more electrical charge. I don't understand it. Does it work from a greater distance, or does it just look cooler? I have no idea. For the sake of stuff, we're going to put... is it a massless object? Well, it says mass. It says it has got a mass. So I'm going to put it on the opposite side to the temperature sensor. We're going to put it here in the middle of the materials bay. Okay, so on one side we've got our antenna, on the other side we've got a temperature sensor, a thermometer. There we go. Let's save that craft and take it out to the launch pad. Oh yeah. Oh, back to rockets. Love it. And here we are. It's night time at the Kerbal Space Center. What we're going to do is I'm just going to turn the SAS on to remind me that I definitely need to do that. And I'm going to time-lapse. We're going to time-lapse forward, because I don't want to do a night launch, because I can't really see what I'm doing when I'm high up in there. And also it makes for bad video recordings. So here we are, just going forward. I don't know what time of day it is, but it must be nearly... There's the sunrise. There we go. Oh, we've got a partial eclipse by the looks of it. It looks like the moon. Let's just have a look at the... Oh, that's quite cool, that. Must be a sign. It's a sign that this mission is going to be successful. Well, there we go. We're on the launch pad with our brand new Science Craft Mark III. We can go further and faster and further than we've ever gone before. I can't wait to get all this over to the North Pole and to the desert and then into orbit, which is what we'll probably try next time. But that's all from me for this time. Join me next time for the launch of the Science Craft Mark III, and me and Pac-Man, we're off some places. That's all. Thank you very much. Goodbye.